It's time for the second season. We have previews of all 8 first-round Kelly Cup playoff series. Individual award winners are named. We'll fill you in. And a few more regular season highlights to get you all set for the postseason. The best part of the hockey year is here. You'll be ready for it by watching ECHL Week right now.
Hi, welcome to another edition of ECHL Week. I'm Barry Schickling. This time we come to you from the home of the Reading Royals, the Santander Arena in Reading, Pennsylvania. The regular season is history now. Time to turn our attention toward the Kelly Cup playoffs. Let's look at all 8 of the first round playoff series. All 8 series are potentially entertaining matchups. Let's start in the Eastern Conference. North Division champ Reading is back in the Kelly Cup playoffs for the first time since 2018 after winning its first division crown in 8 years. Maine will be making its ECHL postseason debut. The Royals were one of just 3 teams to win 20 or more games both at home and on the road. Forward Trevor Gooch can be a force. He was 3rd in the league with 34 goals. In head-to-head matchups, Mariner forward Cameron Askew scored 4 times against Reading. The home team won all 6 games in the series this season. Newfoundland is in the playoffs for just the second time. The first go-round ended well, a Kelly Cup title in 2019. Trois-Rivières would like to do what the Growlers did 3 years ago, win a championship in its debut season. Veteran forward Zach O'Brien, the ECHL's second leading scorer, had a great offensive season for the Growlers, but he had plenty of help. Todd Skirving, for example, scored 9 goals in Newfoundland's 14 games versus Trois-Rivières. Keep this in mind, 3 Lions, forward Anthony Nellis and defensemen Mathieu Brodeur and Olivier Galipeau were members of the 2021 Kelly Cup champion Fort Wayne Comets. In the South Division, Florida in the playoffs for the 7th straight time was second in the ECHL with 23 road victories. An oddity, 3 experienced players tied for the team lead in scoring. Blake Winicki, John McCarron, and Derek Angeli all had 70 points. Blades goalie Parker Gahagan was number 2 in the ECHL in goals against average this season. The Swamp Rabbits had an improbable climb to a playoff spot. Greenville lost in regulation just 5 times between February 27th and last Saturday when it locked down 4th place. Goaltender John Letherman posted a goals against average of 2.02 in 4 games against Florida. The other first-round South matchup pits Atlanta in the host season for the first time since 2018 against Jacksonville, a playoff team for the first time in 3 years. The Gladiators tied for the ECHL lead in home victories. In head-to-head play with the Icemen, Eric Neely led Atlanta with 6 goals, while Derek Nesbitt had a team-best 11 points. Defense is Jacksonville's strong suit. The Icemen led the ECHL in both goals against per game and shots against per game. And of course, goaltender Francois Boissard had the best goals against average in the league on the way to earning the Vitusi Award as the ECHL's top goalie this season. In the West, Toledo enters the playoffs after winning its 5th division title in the last 7 seasons. Toledo-Cincinnati is the only first-round playoff matchup where the teams have a lengthy postseason history against one another. TJ Hensick led the Walleye in scoring, but don't forget Brandon Hawkins tied for the ECHL lead with 35 goals. He was a member of Kelly Cup champ Fort Wayne a year ago. Cincinnati was paced by old pro Jesse Schultz, who was 7th in league scoring. In head-to-head play, the Clones' Justin Vive scored 8 points in 7 games, 6 of which were won by the Walleye. The other central matchup pits defending Kelly Cup champ Fort Wayne, a playoff team for the 8th straight year, against Wheeling in the postseason for the first time since reaching the finals in 2016. They've never met in the playoffs, but they've faced each other 52 times over the last 5 seasons. League MVP Will Graver leads the Comets' attack. In goal, Samuel Harvey was tied for second in the ECHL with 23 wins and was 6-0 with a 1.5 goals against average versus the Nailers. Wheeling has firepower too. Forward Patrick Watling, named to the All-League first team, was 4th in the league in points. Blue liner Josh Maniscalco was on the ECHL All-Rookie team and All-League second squad. Utah, which earned a regular season division title for the first time in its ECHL history, is led by all-rookie team selection Benjamin Tardif, 3rd among first-year players in points. The Grizzlies also have ECHL Defenseman of the Year Charle-Edouard. Goal was another strong point for Utah. Trent Miner led the league with 7 shutouts, tied for the second most in a season in league history. Pacing Tulsa is all-rookie team member Jack DeRemus, who was tied for second among rookies in goals and points. Another rookie, goalie Daniel Manella, led the ECHL with 29 wins and was sixth in goals against average. Mason Manick of Utah and the Oilers' DeRemus each had 9 points against the other team this season. The Rapid City Rush will be making just their second visit to the Kelly Cup playoffs and the first since 2015. Rapid City has some scoring power. Rookie Brett Gravel hit the net 29 times this year, and Logan Nelson was the team leader in points, another of the 7 Rush players who scored at least 20 times. Allen is much more accustomed to the postseason. The Americans are in the playoffs for the 6th time in 7 seasons. Allen is led by all ECHL second-team choice veteran Chad Costello, who is 6th in the league in points. One interesting note, the visiting teams won 4 of the 5 games between these two this season. Details about all the first-round series in the next ECHL Week show, which debuts on Friday, May 6th.
Hi, I'm Colton Leader.
And I'm assistant coach Jeremy Gates.
And we're with the Rapid City Rush, and you're watching ECHL Week.
So here's some real behind-the-scenes stuff. We're in the laundry room at Santander Arena. Hockey teams do a lot of laundry, and it's not too much different than the one you might have at home, except the machines are a little bigger. Now let's take a look at news from all around the ECHL. The Indy Fuel spent a month watching Duncan Dalmeo lead the team as its interim head coach and have decided to remove the interim part of his title. Dalmeo, previously the team's assistant coach, replaced Doug Christensen in mid-March. After he took over, Indy posted an 11-6 record, but the Fuel fell 3 points shy in their bid for a playoff spot. Said Fuel owner Jim Hallett, "We appreciate Duncan's dedication and his vision to work towards building a highly competitive team." Prior to his arrival in Indy, Dalmeo spent 2 seasons as an assistant coach with defunct Brampton. The longtime player was voted as the ECHL Defenseman of the Year in 2001. The Toledo Walleye took into the last night of the regular season, but a convincing victory over Kalamazoo helped them earn the ECHL's regular season title and the Brabham Cup for the 3rd time since 2015. The Walleye were the only team to finish with more than 100 points in the standings. It was the 4th time they've done that, and their 49 victories were a league best as well. One more category in which Toledo led the league: goals scored. The Walleye had 277 this season, an average of 3.85 goals per game. The Walleye also have been named as the league's first recipient of the Hockey Operations Department of the Year award. ECHL coaches vote on the honor. Reading finished second in the voting, followed by Atlanta, Jacksonville, and Florida. Toledo captured the Central Division regular season title, marking the team's 5th division crown in the last 7 seasons, and head coach Dan Watson served behind the bench at the league's All-Star Classic in January. Reading, which was the top point getter in the Eastern Conference, set an all-time ECHL record this year. The Royals recorded the fewest penalty minutes during a full season in the league's history. Coincidentally, the team with the second fewest penalty minutes in the East, Maine, is Reading's first-round opponent in the Kelly Cup playoffs.
Awards, highlights, and more when ECHL Week continues.
Thinking of selling your home? Now is the perfect time. Few homes are available for sale, and this increases the competition. Many homes are selling above asking price. Buyers are offering seller-favorable terms, few contingencies, closing dates that meet sellers' needs, large down payments, or all-cash offers. Want to know what homes like yours are selling for? Contact Will Springer today.
Any number of notable performances are being recognized by the ECHL. It's awards time for the 21-22 season. When it comes to the numbers, it's hard to argue Will Graber's selection as the ECHL's most valuable player this season. The Fort Wayne Comets forward, who's wrapping up his 2nd pro season, was the league's overall scoring champion, led the league in assists, and was tops in plus-minus rating too. In addition to tying for the 2nd longest point streak this year, he was also one of just 8 players to score a penalty shot goal this season. He's the 2nd Comet to earn MVP honors. Current teammate Sean Sidlowski took home the award 4 seasons ago. ago. Jacksonville's Francois Brassard was named Goaltender of the Year in the vote by select team personnel and media members. The best goals against average to go along with 19 wins helped him earn the honor. The ECHL's Defenseman of the Year is Charle-Edouard of Utah. Dastou's 26 goals tied for the third most by a defenseman in a single season in ECHL history. Chris Bennett of Iowa is the ECHL Rookie of the Year. He's the first rookie to have at least a share of the league lead in goals since Dayton's Darren Coburn in 1991-92. And Jeff Pyle of Atlanta has been named Coach of the Year. He led the Gladiators to a second-place finish in the South Division and the team's first 40-plus win season since 2012-13. Pyle said this about his team's fine regular season.
Even when we're not playing good or we're behind, it doesn't seem to faze these guys as much as it does me. So it's one of those things where it's been really fun. It's stressful sometimes. I think they're playing with me at times, but it's a great group, and it's been really fun from that standpoint. They have bought in 99.9% of the time, and we need that other percent just to make sure we can keep going where we're going. It's been weird, but it's been amazing, and it's been a great ride for us.
Time for another one of our Voices of the ECHL chapters. Here's Brian Gardner of the Rapid City Rush.
Aside from play-by-play, what are your other duties with the Rush?
I handle a lot of our travel, booking flights. I write some content for feature stories for the website, marketing, e-blasts, send out, and pretty much anything my boss can throw at me and say, hey, we're gonna need you to do this. Okay, I'll do it. I'll figure it out if I haven't done it before.
Tell us about your preparation prior to broadcast.
A lot of my prep on my own team is putting together the game notes packet that you do for the media and the opposing broadcasters and everything, and that's, as much as anything, kind of provides storylines. And it's also funny that you ask about a vocal warm-up kind of thing. My fiance is a speech therapist, and she's given me some vocal warm-up exercises that I don't always remember to do them, but I try to make sure that my pipes are nice and lubed up and ready to go. Just getting every kind of range that you can, and just waking up the vocal folds is what she tells me anyway.
Any memorable moments broadcasting hockey?
Making my ECHL debut earlier this season, my first game with the Rush. I mean, it's just, there haven't been too many just wild, insane, are you kidding me moments on the ice where it's just like that I'll always remember that specific goal. It's more team moments and milestone moments that kind of stick to me as my most memorable time so far from broadcasting hockey.
What's the best part of your job?
Most of us at some point loved playing the game, be it hockey or just being an athlete in general, and it's the only thing that compares. It's a privilege, and it is, again, just a unique kind of adrenaline, and of course you're living for when you turn the mic on. It's the best time of the job.
Before we head to the Kelly Cup playoffs, we have one more week of regular season highlights to look at. Let's check them out. South Division champ Florida opened its final regular season weekend with high drama. Mateo Gennaro ripped this one home in overtime, which put the Everblades on the doorstep of their 5th division title in the last 6 seasons.
Shooting, he scores! Mateo Gennaro, his second of the game, and it's a game winner.
Maine had to go to its final game of the season before finding out it was a playoff team. This breakaway by Mariners leading scorer Matthew Santos helped in a crucial victory over Reading.
And scores! What a sequence!
It took just 9 seconds after a Toledo goal for Mitchell Hurd to score again for the Walleye. The team wrapped up its regular season with a big win, which included a hat trick by Hurd. And as if to celebrate being named the top rookie goalie in the ECHL this season, Newfoundland's Keith Petrozelli puts the kibosh on a 2-man breakaway by Adirondack on his way to a season-ending shutout, his 5th of the year. That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week from Reading, Pennsylvania. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. It's the best way to keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the ECHL, especially during the Kelly Cup playoffs. See you next time.